Welcome, everyone, to Hammer Time, the only place in the world dedicated to the Pittsburgh Maulers. Of course, I am joined by Alex. How are you?
I'm great, Webb. Excited about the show today. I got you and Terry Beckner at the same time. Life is good.
Of course, we're joined by defensive tackle lineman. Which one you want to be called? Just defensive lineman?
It don't matter. Defensive line, yeah, that's fine.
All right, Terry Beckner, two years with the Maulers, former Mizzou great. How's your offseason going, Terry?
It's going pretty good, man. Being a normal guy in off season, I don't take it for granted, man.
All right. So you've been with the team for 2 years. You saw the rise. You came mid-season last year, about mid-season. I guess it was a little bit earlier, like week 3, right?
Yeah.
What was the difference between year 1, year 2 with that team?
I really would say just the guys. And we had a couple more pieces, a little bit with Troy and a couple of offensive linemen. It really just was the guys, man. We just came together and fought.
That defensive line group, you guys are so deep and so explosive. What's that room like? I've been around you guys, and it's always, talking trash. It's just a good group of guys that are working hard too. Describe the day in, day out with them.
Day in, day out.
Yeah.
And really just love ball, man. And we actually grew closer, for us throughout the season, especially when they weren't going as we thought we would go. But once we got rolling, man, and everybody we got closer. We did this thing every week. We go on the D line dinner. So every Thursday we go out, go out to eat. Everybody got a pick. So it'd be like every week is a different guy's choice to, wherever we want to go. And I think going out to those dinners made us closer, like a brotherhood. And we went to war for each other.
Talking about that brotherhood, you guys kind of lost one. Olive jumped ship to New Jersey. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Man, I wish the best for him. That's a great player, and of course, a big loss for us. But I didn't expect it. But all the best of luck to my man, Olive, man.
Alex made a reference last week. He just wants the playoffs off. That's the reason why he went to New Jersey. He just wants 4th of July weekend off instead of going to the championship. So.
I guess so.
Appreciate the backup, Terry. We hated to lose him, but that came to my mind. I'm like, why would he leave a great defense and a great culture like the Maulers? He's got to have his reasons, like you. Wish him all the best. But the only thing I can figure is he doesn't want to go. He wants to watch the playoffs on TV. I mean, I don't blame him. Hell, I enjoy watching the playoffs on TV too. So maybe that's why he jumped to the Generals.
I guess so. That's what I'm saying.
So one of the things every time I start to go over the roster and everything, there's one game in both seasons that I call the Terry Beckner game. The game against the Stallions last year, it just seemed like you were always in J-Mar's teeth, basically, for a good portion of that game. And then the Panthers game. What's it like when all of a sudden everything just clicks and everything's going your way?
I really don't know, man. Just go out and play. It's just you always have those games where it just be like everything goes your way. And you don't know when it's gonna be. Just going one game is just going everything just goes the right way for you. And game like that, and when you will get the feeling that as the game goes along, and then once you feel it, you just gonna keep going and see what all you can get, and just lay it all on the game, lay it all out.
What was it like in 2022 joining the team mid-season? They already had their camp. They kind of had their roles. Have you ever experienced something where you joined mid-season?
Yeah. So I had joined the Bears in 2020. It was almost like mid-season. So but I was on P Squad, so it's kind of like the same deal, but. I've never really that was my first time really being actually and playing like that. I played the next weekend, so it was something crazy. But I just went in with a good head on my shoulders and just wanted to play ball, man. I love the game.
There you go. XFL USFL merger from a player's perspective. A good thing, a bad thing?
I think good or bad. I really don't know because we probably had to really see like what would happen if it does. But I really ain't got nothing on it because I don't know if it's gonna be anything solid like for as it, So we just have to see how it goes if it does happen or if it doesn't. But
Gotcha. What made you re-sign with the Maulers? Why didn't you test your first free agency really in the USFL?
I'm big on loyalty, man. They gave me a shot when nobody wasn't giving me one at the time, and they gave me a shot to play ball to do something I love to do. So, like, I'm like, that's my loyalty is with them, and the coaches as well, and like them my brothers, man. Over these past 2 years, I got real close with them. We don't talk as much as in the off season, but no, when it's in season, like, no, man, we bros at that time, man. We family, so I came back to them.
That's awesome. It's great to, especially now that Olive's gone. You got to keep that D line together, man. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah,
you got to keep the rest. The rest have to come back, and we're just waiting for Boogie to sign. So,
yeah, man. I still don't know what's up with that, but we gonna see. I think he's gonna come back. I think my boy gonna come back.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
Alex, you got anything on the Maulers?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on a little bit with the championship run from last year or year before last, this past year. What's it like playing in that defense? Because, the defense was rock solid all year long. But, I mean, the scheme, you playing in that defense, can you give us some perspective what it's like to play on that side of the ball and what it's like to play for Coach Shorten, Jaron?
Jaron, man, he's a good coach. 3-4, just 3-4 front. I've played in it before, but like I wasn't that comfortable with it. So like the first year in it was like a little new for me. Mm-hmm. But like this past year, man, it was like I actually like it. It's a pretty aggressive defense, but not too crazy. But we blitz. You got the blitzes coming, bringing 5, bringing 6, and it makes it more fun too. Like just not being just sitting there. As a defensive lineman wise, you don't want to be like, oh, well, I can't, make no plays or whatnot. But if I'm filling up this hole and this linebacker come downhill too, and now we both making plays. Sometimes I get a tackle for loss, he get one. Everybody can get sacks off of it. Safety come off a blitz, get him a sack. So I think like keeping all your players happy, even with the blitzes, is I would say.
Mm-hmm. What'd you guys run at Missouri?
We ran a 4-3.
So you're in the 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3, and we switched over to I can't remember what we ran with Coach Cross. He came my sophomore year. The TCU defense came and ran that for a minute. I can't remember what it was, but it was a little different. That was a different one for sure.
What is an adjustment going from the even front to the odd front? But I always like the 3-4 because of, to your point, all the different blitzes and stuff, the things you can dial up from the 3-4. I think it's creative. I think you can, to your point, can be a very aggressive defense and bring pressure. And most defensive guys like to attack anyway. So, you get in that attack mode, right? It's a great setup. And, you guys were fun to watch all year long. I mean, and no question about it. I think we were the premier defense in the USFL. And I got a strange feeling that's going to be the same case in 2024.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. I feel it.
Terry, you ready to drop the hammer?
Oh, yes, man.
All right.
Yes, man.
Drop the hammer. We're making a movie about yourself. Who's starring as TB?
You say it again?
We're making a movie about your life. Who's starring as TB?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I guess TB.
But you're gonna go into movies like Boogie? You're gonna start acting like Boogie?
Nah, I don't see me acting, man. Nah, commentating, might be a little something I might be able to do, but I don't know about the acting. I don't know about that one.
Who's the best quarterback you've ever sacked?
Best quarterback? That's a good one. I don't know. I do not know that one.
How about the quarterback you played with in Missouri, Drew Lock? What was he like as a teammate and everything? Because you got that that viral video of him with Jeezy and he's on the sideline and everything. What was Drew Lock like?
Drew was a good dude, man, and a great QB. Real cool dude, down to earth. His pop's pretty cool too. I think he was just he got some swag to him, like he Drew, man. Like I can't really explain it, but like he real cool, mad cool, man. Most people on the team loved him. Good dude off the field as well. So he was a good dude all around.
All right. Name association. Just give me your first thoughts when I say stuff. Coach Courtright, your D-line coach.
Oh, cool, man. Mad cool. Got love for Courtright, man.
SEC football.
Mizzou.
Right.
Mizzou.
Columbia, Mizzou. Just the town, everything. I've never been, so. What's the vibe in Columbia?
Great college town. There's not a lot to do in Columbia, Missouri, but like the college is really the beat of the town, basically. So it's just everything is Mizzou there. So it's just any normal college town, but it's pretty fun as well. So it can be, yeah.
So you like the color switch from the orange to purple to black and gold? It's just natural.
Oh yes, I love that, man. I loved it, man. I loved that.
Best big game atmosphere. You can't use Mizzou. What was the best atmosphere that you've played in throughout your football journey?
When I went to play Alabama, my junior year. Alabama, man.
It's better than Athens.
Oh yeah, better Athens. Even LSU, I played at LSU too. Death Valley that was crazy too.
You play at night?
Night. Yeah, it was a night game. Yep. My sophomore year.
So this is the Thanksgiving episode. What's the one food that you're looking forward to on Thanksgiving? You're a D-line man. I know you guys eat, so your opinion matters.
The mac and cheese and sweet potatoes. I'm looking forward to that right there.
Okay.
Mac and cheese, sweet potatoes.
Now, Alex is a Pittsburgh extraordinaire. We're trying to get you guys ready for Pittsburgh. He's going to ask you a few trivia questions. Not many of your teammates have gotten them, so unless you've watched an episode, you're in for a challenge here, learning a little bit about Pittsburgh.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Hey, here's the thing, though, Terry. Webb gives $100 for every correct answer. So,
luckily, I still have all my money, so it's all right.
Yeah.
All right. In the 70s and 80s, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pittsburgh Pirates played in a multi-purpose stadium that was on the Golden Triangle in Pittsburgh where the Three Rivers meet. What was the name of that stadium?
70s and 80s.
Way back in the 70s.
In the 90s. It closed in 99. So
yeah.
You were 2. Whatever.
Yeah, I do not know that one. I don't know that one.
All right. That's kind of the go-to. Three Rivers Stadium. So that was right on the triangle where the Three Rivers meet. So that's one for you. I was gonna throw Steel Curtain at you, but I'll pass on that. That's the famous Steeler line in the early 70s. What's the name of Pittsburgh's National Hockey League team?
Are they the Penguins?
You got it.
Yeah, Penguins.
I'm on money now.
Excellent. That's $100 you just took from Webb. All right. Last question, and maybe the most important question.
Okay.
What teammate of yours is the second all-time scorer at the University of Pittsburgh?
You said one of my teammates?
One of your teammates, just a phenomenal teammate, unbelievable talent. He's the second leading scorer in the history of the University of Pittsburgh. Think about all the great players at Pittsburgh too. Tony Dorsett, Dan Marino, and this guy's number 2, and he shares the locker room with you, TV.
I'm trying to think.
And I'm working hard for an autographed game ball of his.
Number 2? No, he's just number 2.
No, he's number 2 in the ranking.
Yeah.
Overall, he's tied for number 2 with Alex Kessman, who kicks for the Showboats. That's another little clue for you.
Wow. Is it the kicker?
That's a pretty good. You got it. Close enough. I'll give you credit. It is Chris Blewett, number 7, University of Pittsburgh, number 2 all-time leading scorer. How about that?
That's crazy.
Give him another $100, Webb.
Wow, that's crazy. I did not know that, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You guys need to start him. Yeah, invite him to the steak dinners or wherever you guys go. When you guys go out for D-line, where do you guys go to eat? Do you like mix it up, or you go for good places, or where do you like to go?
So it's usually based on whoever picked for that week. So it'd be like the first week it was Bud pick, and then it was Big O, then like Chris pick, Will. So it's like even the outside linebackers, they came as well.
Okay.
So like it's just whatever they want to go to. Like I think we went to like a little tavern place. Where else we went to? Probably almost every food place in Ohio we probably been to. Like we went to an Italian spot. I think it was what's the other one? We went to Longhorn, Outback. We went to a couple of places.
So you guys all I'm sure order off the vegetarian menu when you go to places like that, right? Or just get a salad, right?
Nah. I don't know about the vegetarian. Some people might get a salad though. We might get a salad here and there, but
2 prime ribs.
We big boys, man. We was eating.
Well, thanks for being a good sport with the trivia. Hey, I'll give you 2 out of 3 for that.
Yeah.
So or partial credit for the last one. So we'll get that check in the mail, $150. Just let us know where to send it. He's got plenty of money, so come on the show again and we'll quiz you again.
So go back to football. What was your recruiting process like? You were the top DT in the country.
Mm-hmm.
How did you? I know you're from Missouri, but how did you end up at Mizzou when you're the top DT? You could have gone anywhere. I saw your offers. It seemed like you had the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
Why Mizzou?
Mizzou was like it was a home for me, man. What really sold me was SEC, backyard, 2 hours from my house. And that was my last official visit. So like right before signing day. And when I went on the official visit, man, it was me, my mom, my pops, and my little sister. So man, it was like laid out the red carpet, man. It was crazy. Anything you could think of, like just being in the atmosphere, like, and it's 2 hours from me, like,
yeah,
I couldn't beat that, man. And I just felt like a family atmosphere, like once I got there, and I just went where my heart told me to go, man, and it led me to Mizzou.
That's awesome. What was it like hearing your name called by? I guess it wasn't Roger Goodell, but in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Man, a dream come true. Like you always then had that, like since you was a little kid playing ball, was like I'm gonna get drafted one day, and I'm gonna be in the league. And when I got that call, and like I just cried, and man, and I had a draft party with my family, so like it was almost like I couldn't believe it was happening, because it felt like it was like a really special moment, and like I was glad my family was there to be able to witness that as well. As far as my name coming across the screen saying I got picked up, like man, it was just a special moment, man. I can't even really explain. It was just crazy.
That's awesome.
Do you ever stop and think, Terry, just for a second, because it struck me as you're talking about that experience of being drafted, how few people in this world, how many great football players and good football players, but just in general, people in this world have the opportunity to get drafted into the NFL, and you're one of them. I mean, that's something. To put it in perspective, right? You think about all the football players out there and all the guys that aren't going to get drafted. You got drafted. That's amazing.
Yeah, I never really looked at it that way, but that is pretty crazy.
It is. Yes.
All right, Alex.
Yeah. Thanks, Webb. Couple of questions about Mizzou, and you touched on it. So, playing for the home state, staying close to home, felt like family, 100% get it. What do you think being in the SEC has meant to Missouri's program? I mean, if you look at it, they're still in relative infancy being in the SEC. I mean, this is year 10, year 11 of being in the SEC. But I think you're starting to see the result of playing in that conference and what it means. What are your thoughts on Missouri and the SEC, and where do you think you could potentially project the program overall?
I think it was a great conference for them to get in because Mizzou always been a good football program. I think for us them getting the SEC kind of helped them getting bigger recruits as well because especially like in the state of like Missouri and in Illinois because I'm really from Illinois, but like once you cross, it's like a bridge, and it's 5 minutes, and you go over the bridge, and now I'm in Missouri. So like it's so many kids that's in that state. Like why it's just like that's very good. That's SEC ball, but you ain't really got it. You got to go to probably Ohio State or without even I said Ohio State. I mean Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Like Iowa. You got Mizzou now. Mizzou, 2 hours from the house. So I'm on probably like an hour from Mizzou, depending on what part of Missouri that they're in. So I think it really helped. It really helped Mizzou get bigger recruits and build a great program in the SEC because like they supposed to be, in my true opinion, they should have been in the SEC years ago.
I think they're a great fit for the league too. And I mean, if you go back, you touched on it. Missouri's always had very good football, even going back to the Big 8 days into the Big 12 and then over to the SEC. And I can remember, I think it might have been 2007. Missouri finished 4th in the nation. I think it was 2007, 4th in the country. Had an unbelievable team, and that was the same year that Kansas was really good too, I believe. And you'll get a kick out of this because I know Missouri and Kansas have this big rivalry. Obviously, you played in it, but one of the best bumper stickers I think I've ever seen in my life was a Missouri bumper sticker. It was in 2007, and they had it printed up, and it said "Kansas football, a tradition since September." And I always thought that was like one of the best jabs that you could get on your arch rival. But you had mentioned playing in Alabama and playing in LSU, and again, not very few people get the chance to play at places like that. How did you guys do at Alabama? I mean, when you, I mean, they've been the standard, so they obviously got in there and compete, and let's try to walk away with the win. How did you guys make out when you went up against the Tide?
We actually did pretty good, like for like the first quarter, really the first half, because I think it was probably 7-10 like for a minute, and then they took off in the second half. I think some of us was in our own head too. It's Bama never played that big of a school besides LSU, but I think it was a great experience for us too because like we still fought. I think we could have won that game if we actually like went in and was like, all right, it don't matter who it is, but some people was probably like, oh man, it's Bama, Nick Saban, like, all of that's, that's a really big school. So I think some people probably had that mentality going into the game, but if everybody would have like really bought in, like, hey, no matter who we playing, let's go do this and go out and try to win this game. Yeah. I think probably would have been a different outcome.
I think it's amazing if you haven't played football or sports, you haven't coached or played. I don't know if you have that perspective, what it means to literally learn how to win, and it's a culture learning how to win, and then you get to where you expect to win, and that takes time, and it's all part of the process. And I think we even see it with our program with the Maulers. We went from one win, we went to a championship game last year, and now we're talking about like putting in the pieces to make another run at a championship and having a chance to walk away with something special. And we were close last year. I've said it numerous times on the show. I think we're every bit as good as Birmingham. I think Birmingham had one of those nights last year in the championship game. The quarterback was hot. They could do no wrong. And even at that, we still had our chances in that game. So we're right there. But last thing I'd like to ask you too is more for some of the younger guys that may be watching, maybe young defensive linemen, that are looking to, maybe go on and play at the next level in college or in the NFL. What advice would you give a young, 8th, 9th, 10th grader that's a defensive lineman to say, hey, you want to be Terry Beckner? Here's what you need to do.
Man, just when that film come on, like the film don't lie. So don't try to and don't get fed up with like I'm not a big recruit or I ain't got these offers, or just put your best self on tape. Like the tape is not gonna lie. Once these coaches put on that film, and they see you doing what you need to do, like it'll work itself out. But to anybody that's like younger, like trying to just give it your all, man, and cherish it like you love it, because you ain't gonna be able to play it forever. You only get a one chance to really play it. So if you out here, you trying to go get it, man, go do it. Don't worry about what the other people are doing. Well, this guy got these offers. Don't worry about that. Your offers are coming in the back end. Just put the work in for it and go get it.
I think that's great advice. Great advice.
All right, TB, we've reached the end zone. We want to thank you for coming on. But this time is yours. Any message you want to send out to family, friends, fans, anything you're promoting, anything, the floor is yours.
Okay, man, just go Maulers, man. We're finna make another run. Mauler fans, y'all be ready, and let's go get us one, man.
All right, simple enough, man. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for coming on. Oh,
hey, Webb,
one
last thing before we close. TB, I got to ask you one thing.
Okay.
Word association, ready?
Yeah.
Webb.
Me.
Brian Webster, our host. Go.
Good. He a good dude, man. We a good dude, man.
I throw him on the spot, man.
You just want that check, is what it is. He's waiting for that check for answering all that trivia, Webb. Hey, he puts these ridiculous pictures of me looking like some fool on here, saying it's when I used to coach. That was my coaching picture from the media guide. I got to do something to get even. So I'm putting him on. I'm going to ask the next guys. Word association, Webb, and see what they say.
Try to
get anymore.
Got to get him back.
Webb's a good dude, man. Don't do Webb like that, man.
He's a good guy. He is.
But I just want to thank you for coming on, TB. I know we've been going back and forth for about a year now, trying to get you on. So it's good to finally get you on. Have a good holidays. I can't wait to see you guys in Pittsburgh, wherever it is.
Yeah. I mean, appreciate you for allowing me to come on, man.
Absolutely.
This has been Hammer Time.